It's officially cozy season. You know what that means. Oh my god, it's really hot. Hey everyone, and welcome to Books. I'm Jocelyn Codner, the Reference and Outreach Librarian. As always, before we get started with our books this week, I do have a few announcements for you. Interestingly enough, both of my announcements today are about contests, so I hope you're competitive because we have two ways for you to participate. First contest is being run by the University Archives, and all you have to do to enter that is to contribute to their COVID-19 project. The COVID-19 project is an attempt to preserve history during this current moment in time. So what exactly is the Archives asking for? They want images and other kinds of documents recording your experience during the COVID-19 pandemic. This could be anything from like pictures of bakes that you created during lockdown. How is that sourdough starter going? Or perhaps it's something a little more serious, like images of closed shops and signs about people not being able to work. What you submit is completely up to your discretion, and there's a link in the description below where you can learn more about what exactly the Archives is looking for and how you can contribute. Every contribution made will enter you into a very exciting raffle. This contest is running through December 5th, so make sure you get your contributions in today. Our second contest is being hosted by the JKM Library. This is something that we have done in the past, but because of COVID, we weren't able to do it last year. We're really excited to bring it back this year, though. It's the Clear This Display contest. When you walk into the JKM Library, you'll see, kind of like right in front of you, there is a big desk. On that desk are a ton of books and DVDs. The way that you enter this particular contest is simply by checking out one of those items. There's a slip in each item that you just need to make sure you fill out and then pop it into the designated box at the circulation desk when you check out your items. Every item you check out is another entry. So if you check out 5 books, you get to enter the contest 5 times. An important note about the items that you check out with the Clear This Display contest: they won't be due until after break. What exactly do you win in this contest, you wonder? Well, we have 2 prizes, and the first name that we draw gets to pick which prize they want, and then the second name that we draw gets the second prize. One of these prizes is a designated individual study room checked out to you for the week of your choosing in the spring 2022 semester. It's not just an individual study room, however. It's a fully stocked individual study room with all your favorite snacks and treats. So that's like a pretty sweet deal, I think. Second prize is a gift certificate to Cafe Rachel. And you can spend that on whatever goodies your heart desires. So make sure to participate in both the Archives and the Library's contests. Like I said, the Archives contest is running through December 5th, and the Library's contest is open. It opened this past Monday, and it will be continued through the first week of January. All right, one more thing before we get to our cozy reads. The librarians are aware that this is not necessarily a cozy time for all of you. The end of the semester is tough. You're working really hard to get your projects done. You might even be engaging with serious research for the first time this semester. I just want to remind you all that the library is here to help. And we're here to help in a couple different ways. The first way that we might be incredibly helpful to you right now is that we have plenty of study space available to you. There are individual study rooms that you can reserve, group study rooms if you like studying with a buddy or if you have a group project that you're working on. The second floor of the library is designated quiet space if you just want to sit at a table or an individual desk and have complete silence while you focus on your work. And it's also important to note that the third, first, and basement floors of the library are available for group study. This means that they're not designated quiet spaces, so you can sit at a big table with your friends and group mates and work on all of your projects together. So again, if you're looking for another space to do your work and focus, then definitely come to the library. The second way that the library is here to help you is through us, the librarians. If you need some help understanding how to navigate library resources, or if you can't seem to find like that one last thing that you need for your paper, stop into the library and talk to us at the reference desk. The library has pretty generous hours, and for all of that time that we're open, there is a librarian on call to help with any kind of research issues you might have. Once you come back from Thanksgiving break and you're really hitting crunch time, make sure to take advantage of the JKM library, because that's why we're here. We're here to help you. The library also has a brand new event series coming up after Thanksgiving break that we're pretty excited about. It's the Get Shit Done series. What these events are essentially just designated periods of time where you can come to the library and hang out in room 103 with a bunch of other people who are also trying to really get some shit done and focus. This is perfect for people who need a little bit more accountability, who maybe need some time to really buckle down and get the last bits of work done before the end of the semester, or anyone who would like some help from a librarian. All of the Get Shit Done event series sessions are going to have a librarian present, and you can take advantage of that or not. You can use these series just as a study hall where you can sit down around a bunch of other people and work on your projects, or you can actually talk to a librarian about some research issues that you might be having. It's a walk-in model, so you can come and go as you please. There's no registration, and it's really just an opportunity for you to use time in the way that you need in order to be successful this semester. The first event is going to be Tuesday, November 30th from noon to 2 p.m. in room 103 of the library. That's on the first floor. And the second event in the series is going to be Wednesday, December 1st from 4 to 5 p.m. There's also a Zoom component too, so if you're more interested in just zooming in and doing your work from your dorm room or from your apartment, you can still do that, and there will be a librarian available in the Zoom meeting in case you have questions. All right, it's time to get cozy. Here we are, it's Thanksgiving break, we're home, we're about to eat a ton of food, and get real sleepy. I personally love reading a fun, cozy book during this time of year. The weather's usually crap, and everybody's tired, and you just want to be happy. So today I have a couple fun books that, I guess they're not necessarily like super happy books in particular, but they are kind of cozy. First book that I want to talk about today is Anya's Ghost by Vera Brosgol. This is a YA middle grade graphic novel about Anya who falls down a well one day and comes back with a friend. That's right, her friend's a ghost. This ghost has been dead for like 100 years. Anya's just your typical teen who's embarrassed by her traditional family, awkward in her body, confused about what she wants, and just kind of all over the place in general. Anya's new friend starts tagging along and helping with her life issues. You know how that is when a ghost just decides to attach itself to you and help you with your homework, help you with your boy problems. But the issue is the ghost is, like I said, 100 years old and doesn't really know what's going on. We've all been there, right? And the illustrations, which are also done by Vera Brosgol, are great. Also, this bad boy has a blurb from Neil Gaiman. Be sure to check out Anya's Ghost by Vera Brosgol today from the JKM library. My next book today is The Spellman Files by Lisa Lutz. The Spellman Files is kind of like if you took Wes Anderson's The Royal Tenenbaums and turned them into highly dysfunctional private eyes who can't seem to stop spying on each other. Izzy Spellman is in her late 20s, and she is an exceptionally good private investigator working for her family's company. Like I said before, the Spellmans seem to do more investigating of each other than they do of their actual cases. One day, Izzy's family crosses her line, and she decides she's done. She doesn't want to work for them anymore, and she just wants to cut ties, professionally speaking. Unfortunately, there's one last job. Just when she thought she was gonna get out, they suck her back in. So of course, Izzy does that job, and it doesn't go so well. The job is, of course, a super old cold case that is naturally quite fascinating, so she accepts, but then something goes horribly wrong. I don't know if I want to spoil it. I'm not gonna spoil it. I'm not gonna tell you what happens. The Spellman Files is uproariously funny and an absolute wild romp that will be sure to entertain you while you're all bundled up and cozy after your big Thanksgiving meal. The Spellman Files is the first in a series by Lisa Lutz, and the JKM library does have the other books in this series. So if you're a completionist, you're welcome. You can check out the Spellman Files and other books in this series today from the JKM library. And that's all for this episode of Books. Don't forget to check the description below for all the links to the important things that I mentioned today, and follow the JKM Library on Instagram at JKM Library and on Facebook at Chatham's Jenny King Mellon Library. I'm Jocelyn Codner, reminding you that if you have any question at all, you can always ask a librarian. Happy cozy reading!